Wicked wild, wild. Wicked wild, wicked wild, wicked wild, wild west. Jim West, Desperado, Rough Rider. No, you don't want nada. None of this. Six gunning this, brother running this. Buffalo Soldier. Look, it's like I told you. Any damsel that's in distress, be out of that dress when she meet Jim West. Roughneck, so go check the law on the buy. Watch your step, reflex, and get a hold.
Episode 103.
103,
The
dude.
fucking mood is solemn and
The mood
gloomy.
is... Wow.
It's been raining for 3 days straight.
Yeah.
Brutal.
You can almost feel it in the room right now.
Yeah.
It's almost like you can hear it.
There's definitely a palpable
You
depression
can
just
hear
sweeping
this,
over.
hear the sadness in this room. Anyway, it's election day, Matt. Are you going to get out and vote?
I'm going to fucking get out there. I got to get out
This is
there.
our election
I don't
day.
know where to go.
This is a special episode.
I know.
Election day. Fucking.
Get out there and vote.
This is the most important election of our lives.
This is easily... Today's probably, I don't know if sad, but just like this is me looking at social media on this very day makes me just absolutely hate it and
Yeah, really sad.
contempt most of my peers.
True.
It's just like, I looked at it today and it's just people with like a sticker like, it's just like, dude, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, man.
Go fucking like, go do it then. Go
dig a
It's
hole.
like taking a shit. It's like, yeah, man, go ahead. Go do that. It's fucking something you feel you got to do. Go fucking do it. Don't brag about it. I voted. I don't know. When did the fuck did that become like such a cool thing to do?
When the left needed votes.
yeah.
So now they made it like, this is your absolute civic duty to
Yeah, now it's somehow like a Coca-Cola commercial.
yeah, once the left needed votes, they were like, if you don't vote, you're fucking gay.
You're fucked up.
It's
You love
bullshit.
children getting taken into camps. I like was reading all those like vote like kids are being taken into camps and people are being shot. Vote with that intensity, and it's like,
Yeah.
I mean, do you think people just started being mistreated like last year or some shit? It's like
No, the Republicans just started mistreating people.
I know.
And dude, that's what I think bothers me the most is the people act like they know better.
I know.
Like they know something you don't. Like
Dude,
the
of
people
course.
that are saying that, like, vote like families are being ripped apart. It's like, dude, why? Like, what do you think the other side's gonna do when they
Yeah.
get like? This whole thing's a butt fuck.
Yeah, or
All
what
of
do
a
you,
sudden, because you like, it's like they're clearly being manipulated.
big time.
The people making those types of statements are being manipulated.
Hugely.
And now they're going to stand on a fucking soapbox and be like, get out and vote
Yes.
right now. It's like, no, dude, you're a moron. You're getting tricked by a fucking political party into using this as morality. Is
so
anything
sad.
I'm saying making sense? I just
You
woke up.
you absolutely just
Literally just woke up.
you summed it up, dude. There's people who are being propagandized who are just being like,
Yeah.
I'm doing it. It's like, nope, you've been psyop.
You've been tricked by a bunch of fucking
by a bunch of
idiots, dude.
yeah, man. That fucking. I mean, it just all it does is support my. I'm very Machiavellian, dude.
Yeah.
And that just supports my notions that the the masses are vulgar and dumb.
Yeah, of course.
It's been that way forever, dude. And now the
And you
masses.
and me are smart.
No, we're dumb too, but at
No, we're
least
smart.
we're wise. That's the thing.
We're the next level of basic. There's a higher up level of self-aware fucking
for
idiots.
sure.
We're
We're not.
self-aware stupid people.
We're just wise, or we're totally wrong, and like people are gonna hit the buttons, and all their political dreams are gonna come true. In my lifetime, I haven't seen it yet. I just see people keep doing this cycle of like, everything's fucked up. This time we got it. Get out there and hit it. And it's like,
I think this is my favorite one today. This is a New York voting sticker image on Instagram. Why don't you read that?
employ your right and protect those that can't. Black Lives Matter. Nice, dude. Who ripped that one?
Employ your right and protect those that can't. Hashtag vote. Hashtag Black Lives Matter. That's a white lady. Obviously, that's a white lady.
I saw this thing recently about a fucking guy, Trent Sorensen, I think his name, Kent Sorensen. I never heard of this guy. He was like a rising political Tea Party figure. He was just some dude who like used to sell weed and was just like kind of like I think he's from like Illinois, like the middle of the country, just a farm boy who just became a bad boy. He became a naughty boy, dude.
He became a naughty bee.
Naughty B. He had a girlfriend, and it's his life
Oh,
story is
wow.
like really tragic. But if you think about it, it's kind of funny that like it all started like he was just like working for himself. You know, he like dropped out of school, was selling weed, started his own business, and was like trying to be like a good businessman in his community. And his wife was like, we got to get out here, and like they were trying to oppose gay marriage, like back in the day.
They're trying to oppose it.
Yeah, be
Hell
like, dude, we can't let this happen. We
we can't ruin the fucking institution of marriage
So that's what
by gay dudes butt fucking.
this guy was just like basically just chilling in his house and was like, I'm not going to a stupid political rally. And his wife's like, it's all right, we are determining the future for our kids. And he's like, Jesus Christ, fine.
Oh,
So he went out and apparently got like mesmerized, like Trump rally effect, where he was like tied in now to the spiritual thing where he was like,
yeah, we gotta stop these faggots.
Dude, literally,
he started feeling good.
he was like, yeah, dude, gay people are fucking horrible, dude. We gotta stop them, dude. He started running, doing political stuff, and like overnight, whether it was like a month or so, gained like serious political steam, and
Just
he like started like knocking on doors, campaigning because he went after.
he was going door to door and be like, fucking gay dudes are trying to get married.
Well, what happened first is he tried to go to the politicians himself and was like, "We need help to stop this." And they're like, "Dude, get
a life, you fucking loser, dude. Just let them get married."
They're like, "Get away, dude! Stop."
Yeah, it's like, I'm busy, dude. I have so much to do. What do you want? You want to stop gay dudes?
He was
from
just
getting
this
married?
dude who literally was saying that he had to smoke weed every night to fall asleep. Was going up to them being like, "Yo," they're like, "Dude," he was like 270. He's a big boy.
Oh, he's a thick boy.
He's a big boy.
Damn, I
dude.
love this guy.
You kind of like him though when you hear his whole story. So he was like, "We got to stop this," and he vowed, he's like, the people who shunned me, I'm gonna take them the fuck down and beat them and get elected." So he started going door to door, like, "Yeah, you guys got love," and he was like getting tied in with like the evangelical vote, and like they started propping him up. So he just fell into like local political power. And I think he got, not Congress, I don't know what's higher, Senate or Congress, but he got voted into something that was like pretty high, like higher than a state rep. He beat this guy, I don't know how. And so all of a sudden he's a superstar.
Yeah.
And the way it works is, according to what he got in trouble for, if you start getting like the support of the people at a low level, people in the higher levels, like Ron Paul and those guys, will be like, "Yo, I'll give you $25,000 to just come give me support my nomination." So he was getting courted by all these people, and he was like, he even admits, he's like, it went right to my head. Like, instantly, I was a total dickhead. He would walk around the floor or wherever he was in the house with like I'm butchering whatever political institution he was in. He was in some sort of building like that.
Okay.
Where they have water fountains.
Some sort of building with like pillars.
Yeah, and with like water fountains that smell a lot like chlorine. One of those public buildings where people walk around and it's kind of depressing. He was in them with like a Bluetooth headset, and he would just be a fucking asshole to everyone in there. Like, "You guys don't unite." It was basically... If you transported me into a political setting where he was like, "Why don't you guys stop fighting and just unite over this? This is so dumb." And he would like refuse to shake hands with people.
Oh, man.
Just a monster. He was like going with this one guy. The guy was going to lose. So he got seduced into taking money from Rand Paul, whatever the fuck the guy's name is. And
what's this guy's name?
Sorensen.
Oh, yeah.
Ken
Sorensen.
Sorensen.
That's right.
Yeah, Ken Sorensen. So he got like bamboozled into taking this money off of Ron Paul. It was like $25,000. So he was like going for this one guy, and then jumped ship at the last minute and was like, "Nah, I'm gonna do Paul." But before he did it, he told the people he was with that he got offered money by Paul's people to jump ship, and he's like, "I'm not gonna take it, guys. I'm gonna stay with you guys." And they're like, "What the fuck, man? You're seriously entertaining offers?" And he was like, "Actually, I changed my mind. I'm gonna go to Paul." So he took the money, goes to Paul, and then gets grilled on like CNN, and they're like, "Did you take money?" And apparently the videos of him, he's like, no, I don't. I didn't take a nickel off those guys." And like in his head, he was like, "Technically, I didn't take a nickel. I took a check for $25,000."
Oh my god, this guy's a fucking douche.
So they investigate him, and he gets busted instantly, dude. And they send him to a max security prison, which apparently like, the pay to play thing was big. I think he was in Iowa or somewhere around there. And that was like a big, everyone was doing it. So he got sent to prison and then was in prison for a while and was just kind of like...
He was fucking sentenced to 15 months.
Yeah, man, in a max security. He was in prison with like Latin Kings and Gangster's Disciples and shit. So he started doing like paperwork in prison for these like gangster dudes, and then just started rallying up everyone in there, being like, "Yo, these conditions are unfair. This is bullshit." So they pulled him out of there because he was too high and put him in a minimum security. And then he finally got out, and his son killed himself.
His son killed himself?
Yeah. And his son, he's like, "All right, I'm out. I'm going to start like getting my life back on track." And his son just like killed himself while he was in a halfway house. So now he's out of the police. He was just like, dude, looking back on it, he's like, "I don't know why I had such a problem with gay people getting married." He's like, "I was definitely like super racist before I went to prison. Then I went and met people from other like ethnicities, and they're pretty cool for the most part. He was like, I don't know why. He's like, yeah, I was definitely racist before I went to jail. He's like, now I'm not. And like, I was like real worried about gay guys getting married.
Iowa.
Yeah, the guy was in Iowa. What's his name? Ken Sorensen, right?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm telling you, his story is fucking bizarre.
This guy's a fucking douche.
Dude, he's a
douche.
Let me see his picture.
They're all fucking dickheads.
Yeah, dude.
Anybody, dude.
But it was so funny how this guy was on his couch, I think he was doing like property maintenance or some like just regular job. He went to a fucking rally and was all stoned and was like, I could get into this. And just, dude, it
that's
ruined. He says, he goes, politics ruined my life.
That's how I got into stand-up. I was just washing dishes, and someone was like, "Yo, you want to come to an open mic?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." I was like, "I can get into this." Next thing I know, I was like, "Gay people shouldn't be married." Any politician that goes the fucking tough guy route is a fucking pussy.
Yeah. Well,
like this fat fucking douche, Kent Sorensen. I'm so glad his fucking son killed himself.
Oh, dude. Kent Jr., dude.
Kent Jr. fucking bit the bullet just because his dad was a fat fucking pussy.
This guy might listen to this podcast, dude. He's gonna come fuck you up. He's like 270 pounds.
I'm fucking 270 pounds, dude. This would be a fucking battle, dude. I'll fuck him up.
That'd be so funny.
Big dogs.
That'd be such a funny fight. If he came up, he's like, "Why'd you make fun of my son who killed himself on your podcast, you fucking asshole?" Like, fuck you, dude. You're a bullshit senator.
Yeah.
He said he's like, politics ruined my entire family. He's like, I don't know why I thought I could get into it. He got into it, and dude, that's what I was saying before. It is such a shark-infested tank to be like, I'm going to get in there on my own grit. These people saw him, and they're like, scoped him out, like, offer that piece of white trash 25 grand, we'll take him out. And like, bingo, pop, he's in jail. Dude, you can't fucking play with these dudes. They fucking crushed him.
Yeah.
They completely set up like I don't know what happened with that, but like, they got him the fuck out of there. Because, dude, if you're a dude who rides motorcycles and you're 270 pounds, you're like, yeah, I don't know why gay people are getting married. People are instantly in your community like, yeah, dude, I'll totally vote for you. You're the fucking man.
Yeah.
You should sell weed and
All
shit.
you had
Fuck
to do
yeah.
is go door to door, and people were like, "Oh, you're big?
Yeah.
You're bigger than me? Yes. You're my dad. You're my dad now. I vote for you, Dad."
That's what happened. And he flew too close to the sun, dude.
That
Classic example.
White trash Icarus, dude.
He is, dude.
In that Iowa State Senate seat, getting a little greedy, dude.
I know. And then when he was in jail, his medication, he had to get like melatonin given to him every night to go to sleep because he smokes weed every night before he goes to sleep. So like he couldn't sleep without something. So I got melatonin just to replace the usual like dose of smoking weed before going to sleep.
Everything you've told me about this guy sucks. I really.
His story's fascinating.
All right,
Like, to
I'll
me,
check his story out. But so far,
that's a story.
The bullet points of him to me make this guy sound like a big fucking moron.
Of course, but my thing is, in Iowa, if you just walls around your life just are secluded to the Iowa Midland, and this guy came knocking on your door, you'd be like, yeah, fuck yeah, oh fuck yeah, get out, you got my vote. Get out there, bro.
If that guy walked in here right now, I'd be like, actually, I take back everything I said. You're the man. That's cool what you did. I don't think gay people should get married, dude. I'm with you.
He's amended his stance.
Imagine being a fucking hard ass, like a tough guy, and then also being like, gay people.
I know.
I believe in the institution of marriage. I know. It's like, what?
I think this guy was just...
You're riding your Harley and you love the institution of marriage?
Yeah.
You're a fucking pussy, dude.
That's weird, dude. Well, he was an outlaw, dude. And then
all the more reason to hate marriage.
I know, but then he was just like, this shit's not working. Selling weed and like, he was like beating people up and selling weed and got in trouble. And he's like, I gotta get back to my local community and get back to my roots. And he like just started like a plumbing business and was like, God, gay people, fuck.
He's just tightening fucking bolts every day. Just like, goddamn faggots. Yeah. Goddamn faggots trying to ruin me and my wife's thing. Me and my wife got a good thing going, and I don't want these faggots ruining
What
it.
kind of country are we growing up in?
One thing that's been making me laugh a lot is all the fucking... I'm going to be bummed all the political ads are done for another year.
I've
They're
kind of
so
avoided
fucking
them.
funny.
Where have you been catching them?
On TV.
I
Nonstop.
haven't watched the tube that much.
Yeah, I watch every game, every sports match I watch.
Yeah.
In between every commercial is just an attack ad on a complete stranger.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's like the 3rd district congressman from fucking some county. I've like literally the only time I've ever seen any of these politicians is when their face is on TV and they're getting fucking crushed.
Oh, my God.
Like it's just
dude.
a stranger.
How fun would that be to get employed? Just be like, give me the details of this guy's life.
Yeah, but I think it's so funny to just be like, The only thing I've ever heard about any of these politicians is that they suck.
I know.
So it's like just a picture of an Asian dude, and it's like, Andy Kim is a fucking liar. Look at this piece of shit. Pay for it about 2%. Then the next commercial is like, Amy Swanson is a dumb cunt. Are you going to let her fuck your wife? I don't think so, you pussy.
Have either of your parents died in the last 10 years?
Yeah.
Jim Schumer signed a bill into effect that effectively killed old people. It's
Yeah,
like,
dude,
what the
every
fuck?
It's like they always take like a caveat in a bill that's like,
Yeah.
so technically you're taking money away from the kids.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, yeah, because I wanted to give them more. So I didn't sign that bill because I wanted to give a larger chunk of change.
Yeah.
And it's like, Mark Watson wants to get rid of money from kids. It's like, Jesus Christ, dude.
Jim Stevenson hates medicine.
There's one guy around here that's really funny. Then it's like, he's been flying to get underage prostitutes.
Oh my god, I did
He's
see
got a
that
ton
one.
of those. That's a Jersey guy, I
That
think.
guy will still get voted in, probably. It's funny to
Those
be
are
like
all
fans.
allegations.
Imagine being fans of his and just being like, gotta vote for him anyway. Fuck that.
Those are allegations.
Yeah.
So they're like, in the commercial, they even have to say it.
I wonder how they got those allegations.
I mean, it was in the news.
That he was flying.
He was flying to Thailand, fingering kids.
I mean, just flying there. Again, it's like, that was the, who's that? Todd Barry. Funniest bit ever. How he's like, I genuinely like going to Thailand, but now that I'm a 40-year-old man, I can't go. Because of explaining, like, oh, I'm just going to Thailand. People are like, are you? He's like, no, I just fucking, they're like, okay. That's basically the Lolita Express. Like, Thai Air is the Lolita Express.
Damn. Think of getting on that plane. Just shoulder to shoulder with big boys.
Just boners,
Fat
dude.
boys bumping into each other, little creeps, little weird creeps.
Oh my god, dude.
That's like, you know how they made Soul Plane for black people?
Oh.
They should make a Thailand plane for fucking pedophiles.
This is perfect.
For perverts and pedophiles. That's a sick movie. They had like Snoop flying the Soul Plane. You could get like Jared from Subway.
Oh my
You
god.
get all the like classic perverts on one plane.
They should get like a Con Air situation.
True.
To where it's like they're like all tied up in the back and the plane breaks over Thailand and they all like fucking Jared's like Nick Cage in the back. He comes out, he's like, let's fuck these kids.
We gotta fuck these kids.
You can't stop me from fucking
Damn, that's
There's-
Con Air with nothing but pedophiles. It's so funny. They crash land in Thailand in the jungle, dude. Woo.
It's like perfect. One of them's like reformed, is trying not to fuck kids.
Yeah.
But
Who do
halfway
you think that would be? You think Jared? I don't think Jared.
Nah, Jared was going hard in the paint.
I think
dude.
Sandusky is probably changed his ways.
Sandusky's like Hannibal Lecter, dude. He's fucking. He has the mask.
Sandusky's definitely in the cage with the mask.
Yeah, dude. It's not Jared. I'm trying to
I think it might be Cosby.
Louis, bro.
Wait, Louis on Pervert Plane?
They lumped him into fucking like Epstein and all
Oh,
that.
Louis is definitely Nicolas Cage in there. True.
Yo,
Very
he's
similar.
the guy. Yeah, he's like he was just a good man that got caught up in
He
bad
got in like a bar
circumstances.
fight and killed a guy. That's what got him on the plane.
Yeah, dude.
Just like a complete could have happened to anybody.
Could have happened to anyone.
Now he's
dude.
on here with some real perverts and he's got to take them down, dude. Who's Cyrus the Virus? Who's the virus, dude?
I'm trying to think of all the good pervs.
Hannibal
mean,
Lecter is definitely
Sandusk.
Sandusky is like number one on the pedophiles.
Jared is definitely like the Joker. He's definitely the guy like fooling around, laughing, and chumming around. Who's Cyrus the
His
Virus?
boy, Louis' boy's got to be Cosby. I mean, Cosby did the crime. Yeah, but Cosby's crime, I fucking support Cosby.
CeeLo got lumped into that too. CeeLo
Cosby
slid
was
out
at
of
a time where in the 70s you could roofie chicks.
that was yeah, that was like a
It was legal.
it was.
It was culturally legal.
You could in the 70s come home and be like, I slipped a little something in there to loosen her up. And people would have been like, yeah.
Yeah, nice, man. What'd you give her? I roofied her. I raped her. Sick. That's great, man. That's groovy.
Sometimes, yeah, dude.
That's
Sometimes
far
you got
out,
to
dude.
flip them a Quaalude, dude. Yeah, that's definitely two guys in jean jackets with long sideburns. Like, hell yeah, bro.
Yeah, far
And
out, man.
He carried the party into the, yeah.
Kept the party going too
He
long.
just got aged out of rape.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He should. I thought he should have been grandfathered into those rapes.
You think so?
Yeah.
They should have gave him a pass.
They should have been like, all right, man. No
yeah,
more.
well, that was Louis' thing. Sarah Silverman was saying on Stern, like, they were saying, like, she was like, me and, like, Louis would jerk off for me all the time. And then if I was like, he'd be like, can I jerk off? Sometimes I'd be like, ew, stop. Or I'd be like, yeah, do it. She's like, but our day-to-day was like, we would get naked and throw our clothes off a balcony and, like, ride an elevator down, like, go get our clothes, put them on, go to the top, get naked. Like, we were just, like, we were being, like, freaks.
Yeah.
So a lot of the older stuff was like
Which actually really sucks.
they were like being like bohemian freaks, and then
Yeah, that sucks.
Louis again, he was like, yeah, aren't we cool artists? And these two girls were like, yeah, we'll watch you do it. And they instantly went to the newspaper and were like, Louis C.K. turn out for us. Please advance our career. Apparently,
What a nasty thing you just said.
well, apparently,
What a nasty
according to
thing you
Silverman,
just said.
According to Silverman, she was saying that she heard that those girls would tell that story at parties as like a funny thing that happened for a while. And then all of a sudden, the climate started, the old fog started settling in. They were like, you think we could get our stupid fucking comedy duo some heat? They were like, yeah, dude, fucking do it.
I wish you and me could get our stupid comedy duo some heat.
We need it.
Any of you guys want to break in here and rape us? Let us know. We need some help, man. Our careers.
Not even that. Just like make us sexually uncomfortable.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah, that was, again, very inappropriate, and I apologize for
What?
that comment I just made.
What, break in and rape us?
Yeah, dude. Should have made that joke.
You shouldn't have, dude.
I'm having a blossoming career right now, and
I
the
know.
last thing I need is
To get broken
some
in.
fucking pussy from the Philly comedy scene going through our podcast and
Oh, you know
stringing
there's-
together
you
a
know-
highlight reel.
We're getting pussy audited for sure, dude. You know we're getting.
I'm gonna get audited hard, probably in the next year.
Comedy pussy NSA is definitely like, man.
Yeah, they listen to every episode.
We know.
Here's one. Yeah, we hear the echo, dude. We hear the
Exactly,
echo on the
dude.
phone calls. We know you're listening, you fucking snake pussies. Just be funny. That was gay. Watch Hassan Minaj.
Well, how's
Got
his
a
new show?
He's got a new show, bro.
How is it?
It's
Is it like Indian all that?
almost as bad as you can imagine.
Oh, that.
No, not that show. That
Okay.
show I didn't watch.
What show is? What other show?
He's got a Patriot. It's called Patriot Act, and it's
Nice.
on Netflix. It's a weekly show. He basically picked up Michelle Wolf's fumble and was like, "Let's just cut even trying to be funny and just do straight news."
What?
He's just standing on a fucking. It's you got to see it. It's fucking chaos.
What? So Michelle Wolf fumbled by just going too hard in the liberal paint.
I think so.
Yeah,
I think that's what did it.
flew a little too close to the sun.
She got a little, yeah.
That's
I
definitely.
don't,
I mean,
want to speak on it.
yeah.
I don't want to speak on it.
You don't have to speak on it.
But Hassan Minaj, yeah,
We'll
you got to
dude.
see it, man.
We'll see. What
It's
happens.
fucking crazy.
What's like? Give me hit me with some templates on it.
Well, he's still keeping his standard. My father's an immigrant, so he wants me to get good grades.
Hilarious.
That's the joke, nonstop.
Hilarious.
That is the joke.
So he has parents that love him and want the best for him, and are
Yes.
sometimes a little overbearing on their demands for him.
Yes,
Wow,
and white people couldn't understand that.
wow, dude, yeah, that's fucking
Yeah.
wild shit.
I also showed.
My
Baby-
heart bleeds for that cause.
Yeah, that's a tough cause.
Overly involved parents.
Yeah, parents that are trying to help you advance your career.
that sucks.
Not
dude.
parents that are just like, all right, you're 18, get the fuck out of my house.
Yeah, dude. Can you imagine your mom like trying to push you through medical school and the fucking trauma that would inflict?
It'd be hard.
God damn, man. Just
Yeah, I
when you
feel
think
for
about
that
my
guy.
problems are fucked up. You think about some guy with like guidance from a young age towards like a successful career, and it's
Just
like,
when you think about like the USS Indianapolis
yeah, dude.
and all those brown guys that died on that boat.
I know that's a shame.
But I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. But
You were saying his show is just him reading the news. You said,
yeah, he goes through news stories. He's doing
and then
it's
looks
like-
at the
it's
camera
like-
and is like, "Really, really?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
And his hand motions are worse than ever.
He's
All
he's
fucking Drake hand motions.
he's gotten cooler. You're saying?
He's gotten significantly cooler.
No,
I just want to fucking. I wish I was gay enough to write an article and just be like, "Yo, brown people, stop calling yourselves that." First off, and also, please stop appropriating black culture. It
Oh my
fucking
God.
sickens me that you guys think that that's acceptable.
Yeah, man.
It's crazy.
So you got to go CIA psyop because as soon as you write this article as a white dude, it's going to get.
I'd have to just create.
that your article's going to fly at like the Hassan Minaj faction, and they're going to go slice it
Yeah,
up.
that
You're
would
going to
be
hit the fucking. That's the Minority Report, dude. You're going to get shredded up. They're going to be like,
Yeah.
paper shred that. If you get a black dude to write that, the demo or the memo passes through, and they're like, "Fuck,
Yeah.
fuck."
Yeah.
Did you see? I
think
saw an ad for his one show where he's like licking sneakers.
that's the one I sent
He's
you.
a sneakerhead,
That's
bro. Oh,
another
that's what
one.
you sent me, yeah.
That one's entirely just being like, what if we were obnoxious black people? That's the premise of the show.
If
It's
people
crazy.
or we're purporting a reality of where like we're somehow we have the same we like identify so much with the experience of being black in America, but we're Indian, but we're going to completely fantasize like, you know, we're just going to totally adopt black culture and pretend it applies to us and just run with that.
It's insane.
It's crazy, dude.
That's the joke, though, too.
That
I don't even understand it. Because
of course you don't, dude, you fucking white bigot.
Yeah, but like the joke is Indian people acting black. But they want to make that I don't know.
They want to make that a reality. Well, I mean, dude, it's just like
they saw How High and they were like, that's pretty much us.
Yes.
Like we're just outsiders in a white world that are just too cool for these white people.
Yes.
It's like, nah, dude, that was Wu-Tang. That
Yeah.
was fucking Redman and Method Man. You're not that.
I know.
You're Redman.
Yeah, but they're like, I mean, there is something about being black in America that's cool.
Yeah.
Unassailably cool. And a lot of people, young white kids from the suburbs, there's a phenomenon where they try to attach
my
themselves.
outfit. Yes.
Exactly. You
Yes.
try to attach yourself. There's something about it that's just fucking cool. Whatever. People try to attach themselves to it, but we have this white skin barrier that we can't get too deep into the black matrix where people are like, hey, what are you doing, dude? You can't do that.
Yeah, we also
Indian
have
dudes
other
can
white
get-
people
well,
that are like, you're a fucking corny idiot. Stop, dude.
Yeah. But as a like an Indian dude, they can kind of pass a little further into like the black coolness matrix and be like, am I cool here? And no
I
one
don't
say
think
anything.
they can.
They're being allowed to. Because if there's like, say it's like a
They're
white...
being allowed to because the people that run
Exactly.
the comedy industry
Exactly.
are white chicks.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I was about to say. The gatekeepers are like, yeah, totally. I think you guys... I never really met many black people before, but like I think you guys are kind of similar. Okay. Yeah, dude.
The people
weird.
that are... a friend of mine sent this to me, and it was really funny. He was like, I think critics of comedy have a fucking diversity problem. And it's literally every comedy critic is a white chick. A young white chick. Pretty funny.
That is pretty interesting.
He sent me a bunch of their profiles. It's hilarious.
What is a comedy critic?
Kimberly Ricci, Anna Menta, Laura Bradley, Linda Holmes.
Laura
It's all
Bradley
hilarious.
might be like the whitest name you can get.
All hilarious. And they all write, it's just,
Who do they write? Who does a comedy critic write for?
they all write for like, here, I'll tell you their fucking credits. Film and TV editor, writer at Uprocks. Pretty decent at yoga.
Yeah.
This one. Film, TV, culture writer at Newsweek.
Jesus Christ. I can't think of a less useful job than a comedy blogger.
Linda Holmes writes and edits for NPR's entertainment and pop culture blog.
So that's, yeah. I never
So
really...
This person texted me, starting to think comedy critics are having a diversity problem. Short-haired white girls taking time away from being the weakest link on their writing staff to write about comedy.
What animal sent you that? Oh my God, that's hilarious,
animal?
dude. Who wrote the article?
No article. He just.
Oh,
he
this
just
is just the dude's observation.
He knows. Yeah.
Yo,
He's just
man.
screenshotting fucking comedy critics. It's all short-haired white chicks.
Yeah,
They're
for
also
sure.
the gatekeepers. So it goes back to the Indians being cool.
Yeah.
It's like, to Laura Bradley, who writes at NPR, she's like, "Oh yeah, you've got more melanin than me, so technically, legally, you're cooler."
Laura Bradley's probably like, she judges comedy. She like what she lets fly. She'll like watch the guy and be like, I don't think my dad would let me date you. You're in.
yeah.
You're in.
You're in. Do you want to?
She can visualize her engagement photos with you. She's just like, you're out. Get out of here.
I don't know if will you hit pause for a second?
Yeah, sure. We're back, dude.
We're back. Just had to give Matt a good dossier on the fucking
God.
New York Philly comic that is going. He's
Yeah.
going full fucking. He's going full revolutionary, and it is comical.
It is pretty funny, man. That's some wild shit. It's funny too now how like the idea of like protesting now is completely encapsulated in like the bubble of social media. It's like it's kind of controlled by like, I don't know. I feel like it's controlled by political parties, and it's just kind of like you like, let's go protest this and that. No. It's just like the act of political dissidence is like been completely fucking bleached and sanitized.
Hell yeah!
Let's
dude.
go and put it on Facebook. We're changing the world, and everyone's just like, all right, these retards are fucking occupied with that. Perfect, and it's like, it's just fucking lame.
It sucks.
It does suck, but the alternative is ISIS, dude. Nobody likes ISIS either. They sound cool. Like starting out, it's like, yeah, fuck yeah, dude, fuck those guys.
Well, you think
I'll
ISIS
build
sounds
a fucking bomb when you're in that environment. They're like, I'll build a fucking bomb. You think you're about to be heroes, and you hit the paper. Everyone's like, worldwide fucking catastrophe, and then people are like, everyone, what a fucking bunch of assholes. And I'm like, oh shit,
That's us.
I thought we were heroes, dude.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same people. Like the guy that I just showed you on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
That's a guy who, if he was in Syria,
Yeah,
he'd be like, I'm ISIS.
for sure.
You know?
Yeah,
He'd be like, this is the cause.
I'm gonna start handing people bombs. I'm like, all right, bro, let's go. I gotta stop saying that, bro. I'm gonna get. I gotta stop claiming I have bombs.
Yeah, I think you threatened someone with violence last week too.
Probably.
You gotta stop threatening.
I guess I'm threatening political parties. With
Yeah,
violence.
you were
No,
like-
I would threaten. I actually threatened to incite a riot. That was the last week.
What did you just eat?
A piece of.
Oh, all right.
That was a tiny piece of
Like,
orange.
what are you eating, dude? Yeah, I think people also fucking hate hearing us talk about social justice in comedy.
Who?
I don't know. I think people get tired of that shit.
Some people like to hear about that stuff.
Yeah.
And it's not even social justice in comedy. It's just people, again, not relying on being funny and being like, this isn't working. I'm going to get politically involved and try to make a name for myself through politics rather than just being a funny dude and accepting that I'm a comedian. It's not exactly all the time the most highest status in, society. But if I really want to be a comedian, I'll just keep being funny and tell jokes and, whatever comes with that comes with that. Instead, it's just like, what else can I do?
I need to control.
I need to talk to this person to me. I do that.
I need to police other comics.
Yeah, dude.
Tell them how to do their shit.
That's all. That's all I don't like, You can
Yeah.
say whatever the fuck you want, do stand-up talk. You can say up, do a half an hour like Matt McCuster's the dumbest, stupidest fucking person in the world. I'm like, hey, man, that's your thing.
Hot take, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've seen you get pissed if somebody mentions you.
I know. I mean, I laughed at that the other day. I was like, dude, I would like spaz at the drop. That was when I had a bad set. But
Yeah, if I had a bad set and somebody came on after me and talked shit,
my God, I was so mad.
I would
So
fucking
mad.
spaz,
yeah,
dude.
fucking mad.
I would spaz.
I got my girlfriend to spaz last night.
On what?
Fucking dude, I thought it was a funny joke. It just was the worst thing I could ever. We were like right about to go to sleep, and I have an app on my phone called Zumper. It's just an apartment search app. I use it for my job to help people find houses, and it's just a picture of a house with a heart over it. So I'm scrolling through my phone, and she's like, "What the fuck is that?" And I was like, "It was the Zumper app." And I was like, "What, Zumper?" And she's like, "What is that?" And I was like,
Oh, she thought it was like a dating app.
I was like, literally, I looked at her like real serious. And I was like, it's a dating app. And then like we had like 3 seconds of eye contact where I just watched her heart break, and I was just like, I'm just kidding. It's just a
Oh, you dickhead.
I know, dude. I thought
You just watched her heart break.
well, I thought it would be like funny to say at first. I thought she was gonna be like, get the fuck out of here, but she was just like, I just watched like fucking adrenaline flow and her get like, and I was like, she ripped my phone out of my hand. And I was like, look, look, it says max rent, dogs, cats. And
Oh,
like, dude,
my God.
she flipped the fuck out. It was like, you're a fucking asshole, man. I was just like,
I'm with her on this one.
it was funny. I was like, it's a dating app, thinking she'd be like, yeah, shut
I
up.
get it. I get what you thought you were getting away with.
But I had to definitely let the hang time linger where I was like, what? But it wasn't like on purpose. I'm looking at her like, you actually think this is, and I watched her face like, and I was like, I'm just kidding.
Oh my God. It
Yeah,
reminds me of when I made my mom cry watching a movie. We went to see I Am Legend together.
Yeah.
And it was right when my dog Shaq died. Shaquille Reggie Pongo Brooks O'Neal Gillis. What up? R.I.P. And I wanted to name him Pongo when I was a kid.
It's a good name.
Pongo's a great name for it.
Shaq is a sick name.
Shaq's a great name.
Yeah.
But Pongo,
Where'd you
if
get
I-
Pongo from?
it was 101 Dalmatians.
That's a good name for
Yeah,
a dog.
Pongo.
Yeah.
I used to love 101 Dalmatians. But that was like the first time I swore too. I remember it. I remember where I was too.
Well, you cursed during 101 Dalmatians?
No, I wanted to name Shaq 100. I wanted to name him Pongo.
Yeah.
And the whole family, we were in the van,
Of course.
and everybody agreed Shaq. And my dad, somebody wanted Reggie Brooks, which is hilarious. To name a dog Red. He was a running back at Notre Dame.
exactly.
Fucking Reggie Brooks.
That's
But
awesome.
I remember I got out when I didn't get my way. I was like crying, and I stood in the doorway of the garage, and everyone was still getting out of the car. And I turned around, and I said, "Fucking Shaq's an asshole name," and ran in and cried. I said Shaq's an asshole name, but we were watching I Am Legend, and
You got some payback.
years later. This is Shaq was old. It was 16 years later. 16 years later, we put Shaq down and we're sitting there, and I was sitting next to my mom, and it was at the scene where Will Smith's killing his dog. Mm-hmm. And my mom loved Shaq, and my mom, Shaq fucking loved my mom.
Really?
He was the only person he liked.
Oh my god.
Only person he listened to and liked. And then she put him down earlier that week. We went out to see a movie, and while he was killing his German Shepherd in the movie, I was just like, I just leaned over to my mom and I was like, "This is like you and Shaq." And I did the same thing. I just watched her heartbreak, and she was like, "That was really mean," and started crying. I was like, "Oh fuck! I'm sorry.
Did you guys make up?
Yeah, we made up.
Yeah, I know you guys are beefing.
Oh no, I haven't talked to her since we were beefing.
What? You haven't called her back?
I should probably call her.
Call your mom.
Well, that's because she does the mom thing, and that's what made me think of it too. It was like whenever you say something mean to her, she's like, "That was really mean."
Oh, I couldn't, dude.
Just starts crying. I'm like, "Fuck! I'm sorry. You're right.
May Mary Ellen's tears never spill, dude. I fucking don't like to see my mom cry.
Fuck no, that's a horrible thing.
Horrible. When I remember being little, when I remember like if I was so bad that my mom would cry, I remember I'd be like, "Oh, that was the worst, dude. That was the worst punishment."
Yeah.
I would like get in so much trouble, and she'd be like, "We try so hard, and you guys go mess around in school," and I'd be like, "Oh, I'm sorry, mom." I don't know. I'd much rather be smacked by my dad. If my mom would cry, I'd be like, "No." Like my mom would even try to hit me, and I'd walk upstairs like, "Okay,
Yeah.
nice."
You get like slapped.
Get out of jail free card.
Yeah.
But even towards the end, like when I got old enough where my dad would smack me, I'd go upstairs and be like, whatever. But when she'd hit me with the waterworks, I'd be like, it fucked me up for if I have a girlfriend, I've like tried to dump girlfriends in the past. As soon as they cry, I'm just like, forget everything. Well, I'll marry you. Just we'll be together. I don't want to see you cry right now. Please.
Yeah, that's tough.
And then like a month later, I'm like, fuck her.
Fuck you,
Let her
tricked me.
cry.
Tricked me.
Let her cry. Oh, no. Sorry. What did I say? I don't want to see you ever again. No. I want us to actually tie ourselves together and just be together all the time and do all the stupid bullshit activities you come up with. And
I gotta remind myself of that.
Go on quote unquote vacation. You know what I mean?
What's that mean?
Spending like all your money to go to some dumb fucking thing and just standing there and being like, "This is so dumb. Why did I have to do this?"
Yeah.
Rather than
social media.
Exactly, dude.
She needs her social media, dude. That's the only way bays can get likes.
The vacations.
Yeah.
I got a baby lady right now who's prime. The pump's been primed for a little getaway. I've been fighting them off, dude.
Where are you gonna take her?
I don't know, man.
Go somewhere cool.
Thinking about it.
That's what you gotta do. Don't take her to fucking Sandals.
No.
Go to Europe or something.
Don't want to go to Europe. I don't like traveling over there.
Go to Iceland.
I've never been actually, but I like to go.
Cool.
I'm more of an exotic creature. I like to go. I'm thinking like South America, somewhere like
Go to
Thailand,
Brazil.
maybe.
See what that dictator's up to.
I might go to Brazil now that Bolsonaro's in.
See what's going on with him.
Like, what's good?
Go support him.
I should. Yeah, I'll figure out somewhere to bring her. Every time I go to vacation, I come back and I'm like, damn it, I don't have any money now. And then I'm like, and as soon as my girlfriend cops an attitude, I'm like, you're gonna act like I just didn't spend a bunch of money and go to fucking on a trip. That's the thing, man. When you give a bae nice things, you expect like
Good behavior.
Yeah, which sounds fucked up, but it's like, imagine if you held the door for someone for like 6 days and then they like finally walk through and they're like, man, you'd be like, what the fuck?
I'm a motherfucker with that. If I hold the door for someone and they don't say it, I say, you're welcome.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
as loud as I can.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah, that bothers the fuck out of me.
I try to be like, oh, I'm just holding. They don't have to say anything, but yeah, I get fucking. Because I hold the door and someone just like, I'm just like.
Someone like walks through like on their phone or something, or like totally ignores it. It's just like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, it pisses me off.
What a psycho.
What a fucking bitch.
Oh, I saw. Speaking of psychos, I saw probably one of the funniest videos I've seen in a while last night.
What?
Meki sent me this. It's this dude he lived in a fucking Waffle House attic.
What?
He lived upstairs in the roof.
How'd he get in there?
He lived in the ceiling of a Waffle House.
He was like a squirrel.
Yeah.
How the fuck did he get in there?
But he starts to fall. Like the people in the restaurant notice that the ceiling's starting to collapse. And like you hear somebody working be like, maybe it's a maintenance guy. And then this dude falls out. This dude falls out in like a tank top and just casually walks out.
Was he like
and just starts fighting.
What?
He just fights his way out.
What?
Like nobody was even trying to block him. He falls through the ceiling.
Of course not.
He falls through the ceiling, just beats the shit out of a guy and runs out. It's so
Holy
fucking funny.
Fuck, dude.
I just loved it. I was dying last night imagining him like sitting in a chair, laying in a bed up there, whatever cot he had, and then like starting to fall, and him being like, "This is it. This is what I trained for." He just falls through, beats the shit out of a guy, and runs out.
He was falling through. He's like, "Time to go."
It's time for me to spread my wings.
Was he coming like down? He basically hatched out of a Waffle House.
He hatched out of a Waffle House, immediately swung on a dude and ran out. I love the idea too. The dude that got attacked.
Oh, that's hilarious.
You're just walking in a Waffle House. Some dude falls out of the ceiling, fights you, and runs away.
God, dude, how the fuck would you respond? Was he like coming down at night and like helping himself to like some fixins, or was he just like?
He must have been eating fixins at night. But I thought Waffle Houses were 24 hours.
Oh my God, you're right. They usually are. How the fuck was he getting up there?
I have no clue.
He had to have an inside man. He probably seduced a waitress. She was probably like, "I'm sure I'll let you, there's a hatch up in the attic. I'll let you stay up there." And fucking the dude was like, "Thank you kindly, ma'am." She was probably constantly going up to get extra ketchup and like sucking this bum's dick and like coming back down. But, "Can I have your order now?"
Sucking a bum's dick in an attic at a Waffle House. But then, dude, just like they're like, maybe it's a maintenance guy. It's just a dude in a tank top and shorts falls out, and he's so casual about it. Like he like lands on top of a table, like standing.
Did he land on his feet?
Yeah. And he, like,
Oh my God.
He lands on his feet, like steps down, immediately attacks someone, and runs out.
If you told anyone I was living above a Waffle House, I'll fuck you up, dude.
Oh, fuck.
How'd they capture the video? Someone was just on their phone.
Well, I'm telling you, the ceiling must
they
have
were
been
like, "What is that?"
collapsing, and they were hopeful. They're like, hopefully, they're like, it's probably a maintenance guy. And this dude collapses. And they're like, that's not a maintenance guy, dude. That's a rabid human, dude. That's a feral man.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's if things go bad, I'm gonna try to get up in a Waffle House.
I used to, when I was a little kid, I used to fantasize about like staying at the mall forever, just like going into Boscov's. I used to always be like, I could definitely just like they don't check under the beds and shit. You could definitely go in the mall and just like wait and hide out and let them close and just hit a nice fucking rest on a Sleepy Certified. Just pass out and just
Then
fucking.
you wake up to like a flashlight.
Yeah, but you have to set an alarm so you know what time they open up. You wake back up and hide, and you just go about your time in the mall.
Yeah, during the day you just crawl
You're just a
out
mall goer,
and
dude.
walk around.
You're just a mall rat, and then you fucking at nighttime you're like, I'm gonna look at the beds and I'm good for now. And then
Damn, you could play. You could break into fucking GameStop. You could play all night.
Exactly, dude.
Go to Annie Ann's.
I mean,
Craft
or
yourself a pretzel.
just craft some keys, dude. Get your hands on the keys, and at nighttime you just fucking open up, start playing. People think you're like a ghost on the security cams, or they would just like.
I would be like,
after
look at
like
that
2
idiot in a
days.
tank top.
That was a fantasy of mine for a while.
Man, I've been just laughing in my head thinking of that, guys.
God.
The thought process of laying there and the ceiling starting to collapse and being like, all right, this is it.
This is it, dude.
This is a moment I've been mentally prepared for. I got to fight immediately and run.
Guys probably eating their like just up there drinking waffle mix, fucking sweet teas, dude. It was just like I've trained for this moment. He probably walked out and immediately got like sunstroke and diabetic shock and died. That was his Waffle House was his fetus, dude. He fucking emerged from the embryo. It was just like I gotta fight. I need senseless violence.
Dude, that
right
was
now.
a Terminator. He landed
Oh my
like
God.
naked and was like, "Where's your?" He just landed and fought a guy.
That's
It's
sick,
amazing.
dude. He's like, I'm from the present. Fucking came out
From the fucking present, dude. Oh my God.
That is a fantastic thing to think about. I'll be thinking about that all day.
Dude, living in a Waffle House attic.
Fuck, dude. I mean, the lady probably like, you can stay up here for now, but the joists are a little weak. They ain't gonna hold you forever. And he's like, that's fine. All I need is time.
I'm planning something. What's his end game? Like, what are you doing, dude? Because you gotta hide every day. Every day you're hiding.
You're quiet, yeah. Do you
He
ever
must have, I thought about it. He must have gone to the bathroom, like above the stall, crawled in and out there. Because then you can
that
come
makes
down
sense.
and just
Come
walk
through the
out
drop
when it's
ceiling.
busy, and just walk out of the bathroom and go outside.
Oh my God, he was crawling through the drop ceiling.
Must have.
Probably chewing through the insulation right up to the attic,
He's
dude.
a possum. Holy fuck.
He'd probably go get like a full breakfast and they'd leave him with the check and he'd be like, I'll hit the bathroom real quick and just crawl upstairs. And they'd be like, where
Super
the
Mario
fuck-
tube straight up.
Where the fuck did he go? And his girlfriend was like, I'll get this one. It'll be all right.
There's definitely a chick on the other end of this.
No, dude, that's a full hookup. from
That's
the bed,
definitely him manipulating a fucking moron.
for sure.
Two morons getting together.
Yeah, that's
Be
definitely.
like, I got evicted. She's like, I got a place.
It ain't much.
It ain't much, but you get it caught
Well,
up
it's
there.
funny how all those like action movies, like whenever like the good guy's on the run, they're like, "I got a little space for you," and it's always like a weird like barn setup with like a punching bag happen to hang somewhere, and the guy's up there just like, "I'm up here with my thoughts." That's sick. He's probably thinking about like
Being up there with your thoughts is a nightmare.
Yeah, it'd be horrible.
Also, there must have been so many times where people were eating and like heard a guy walk or heard a guy be like, he said to, you're like, what?
You just hear like murmurings of daytime TV, and you'd be like, "Oh, come on!"
Yeah.
You're like, "What the fuck?"
Pretty sure there's a guy up there.
The guy was up there and watch Fox News and just like, "Oh, get that guy." He probably heard the
Goddamn
caravan.
freeloaders.
He probably heard the caravan was coming and started jumping. And like, I gotta get out of here and defend the border, dude.
How many are you going to go down and defend it? You got to
What,
stop
against
that
the caravan? I'm gonna let them in, dude.
You like the caravan?
I love it.
Caravan's sick.
I don't care about the caravan. I'm just trying to cement my place on the right side of history. So I'm hedging my bets.
What do you think the right side of history is?
I'm going to let the caravan in and give them all guns. So, like, you know, depending on the way history goes, they're like, yeah, he definitely was into guns. And or they're like, this guy was a hero. He let all these people in and then helped them protect
You
themselves.
think history is going to look back and be like, damn, wish we would have kept our guns?
Fuck yeah, dude.
You think that's going to happen?
It could. It could.
I mean, yeah, that's worst case scenario.
Yeah, that's a sick, well, that's a weird subject because it's like, yeah, it'd be better if no one had guns, but that's not everyone. People have guns.
I was watching this. There's this shitty gangster movie in Ireland that's on Netflix or Amazon. I forget.
Yeah.
But it's on Netflix, and they don't have guns.
Yeah, a lot of them don't have them over
Hilarious.
there.
So they like rob things with like a hammer.
Oh, that's so funny. It's just some guy screaming through his teeth like, "Give me the fucking shit."
Yeah, you better get the fucking safe. Where's the safe at now? I'd rather fucking have a gun than someone hit me with a fucking hammer,
Irish dude, because the guy will hit you with a hammer.
Big thick Irish dude with a hammer.
It's all red face. Like, give me the fucking shit.
Take it, dude.
Dude, please get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, the idea that the right side of history is like, oh man, I wish we would have kept our guns.
I'm just hedging. I'm hedging my bets.
Terrifying prospect.
What do you or
we just keep.
But it's equally as alternate that like.
Yeah, we keep having school shootings and ridiculous amounts of gun deaths in this country.
Yeah, but I guess so. I mean,
is that future worse than having more school shootings? I don't know.
well, it's not just. But the thing is, that's just a gun thing. But the apparently the caravan's not that big of a deal.
Caravan's sick. I love your idea to arm them.
That would be tight. I want to arm them, but apparently people were saying like there's this guy David French who's like one of those like think tankers. I think he leans conservative. I don't know. I don't fucking know. But he was saying that Trump fucked up by going with that caravan because like all of a sudden you hear there's a bunch of Guatemalans and like people at Trump's team are like, how are we gonna handle this? We gotta go hard after the caravan. He's like, here's my message, and like he's like people are gonna love it, and like, people apparently were like, it's going a little too hard. Did you see the thing he released of the guy who like murdered an American and they ran a political ad being like, and he was an immigrant and we let him in this country and he murdered someone and he laughs at us, blah blah blah. People were apparently, it turned out like he was like let in here by like a Republican or person. I don't know. There was like a bunch. They're going back and forth. But now that Trump there was a thing put out today where a woman fell down during a Trump rally and everyone broke into Amazing Grace and sung Amazing Grace to, like in the name of the woman who passed out at a Trump rally.
What?
It's creepy, dude. So now they're like going to the realm of almost like mystical Christianity. It's fucking weird, dude. It goes into what I was saying last episode. I was like, we're not fucking rational creatures.
Not at all.
Not one bit. And
if
now
you're at a rally of any type,
yeah, dude, and you're up there
outside of a Notre Dame pep rally.
Well, it's funny. I watched the video exactly. I was watching the video, and everyone's like, you can see people who are kind of like, one guy's like singing it, but I can tell it's like my mom would make me sing in church, and I'd be like, I'm like, fuck, this sucks so much. She's like, I don't hear. I would go to church with my mom. She would just go, I don't hear you singing, and I'd be like, fucking Jesus Christ, this sucks.
Yeah.
I'd be like, I used to start to fuck with her. I start going like, yeah, man. She'd be like, all right, stop it. But yeah, man, they're like. They lost. Apparently,
so someone fainted and the crowd sang Amazing Grace.
Lady fainted, and then the whole time Trump's standing there like, "This is a good thing to do." I mean, dude, and I extend the same thing to them. It's like they weren't doing too well in the polls. Republicans kind of went a little too hard in the paint about like the caravan, all this shit, and people are starting to get kind of that's what's being purported in the news. That people are getting uncomfortable with like the Republicans, like almost like racism or whatever, and that now all of a sudden the lady fainted and they all like united and we're like, amazing grace. And like they're just trying to redeem themselves on election day. Dude, it's weird, man. That's why I see these stories and I'm like, people are PR firms fucking make this shit up. Or it happens and then they just like, how can we spin this? On both sides. So it's like if you read the newspaper and you're like, you gotta read the paper more. It's like, I guess. You can if you want. So you're not getting an unbiased, factual fucking account of events of the world. You're getting it through a lens directed towards making you think a certain way.
God damn. The Amazing Grace thing is sticking with me.
Dude, the video's
Those
fucked
people
up.
are fucking retards, dude.
Yeah, man. Dude, the video is freaky.
And then it's like, then they defend it by being like, sorry, we're Christian, and this is a Christian country.
Yeah, the lady, old lady passed out. And they were just like,
Nah,
while she was getting medical help, people were just like, let's sing Amazing Grace for her. There's a lot of people in this country that fucking, that's their modus operandi, dude. Just being like, I don't know what to do. Amazing Grace. And it's so funny to watch Trump hit it with the steel face of just like, I'm totally cool.
I'm gonna have reverence while they pray. I love praying.
He's definitely, while people are doing that, like, what a bunch of fucking idiots. Yeah. I'm so fucking rich. I'm the fucking best. And he's like, all right, what was I saying? Did that lady get it? Okay. No,
that's what he was saying.
Oh, yeah.
He goes back to being like, I am amazing. I do have grace. Thank you.
But yeah, man, that was like, I saw that today. And I was like, Jesus Christ, dude. It's terrifying.
Yeah, we got a.
It's funny though to see people's faces. Half the people kind of like ambivalent. Like the one guy, I could tell he was singing, but he was just like, I don't know how I feel about it. Like one guy's face looked kind of uncomfortable, and
I'd be so uncomfortable.
Yeah, and like everyone around, it's like weird how they're all like, they're like trying to unite on this like weird like spiritual plane, and it's like, how about you guys just fucking relax, just be nice to people, don't get too hyped about the news. Pretty easy to do. You don't got to go sing Amazing Grace. It's just weird how people can bond so well over shit like that. Like if you know Trump goes over and he's like, these guys are sneaking in the country, blah, 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 blah. Like it's so easy to get people like, yeah, fuck yeah, you're my brother.
Yeah, we're.
But
all
if you're
on
just telling everyone like, just be nice to each other, people are like, please,
yeah,
stop.
Someone in the back of the arena.
Amazing Grace. But yeah,
dude.
It's so weird how like people, and then the same with the left. They're like, then they're fucking breaking up families, and like, fuck them, let's get together. It's just like, how about you guys be nice to everyone? Shut up, pussy. And it's like, all right, sorry. Because these guys are fucking focused on whatever the fuck he's saying, like whatever they got to do. Yeah. Imagine like Trump tweeting like, go for governor, blah blah blah. He's tough on crime and borders, and you're like, oh, I gotta get this guy.
I fucking love this guy. I love borders.
I fucking love those lines on the map.
Those lines mean everything.
Did you know that between those lines actually represents the black line on a map? That's why they space out welcome to this specific state. That's the line on the map, and I fucking stand for that.
I love that line. You're going to cross that line.
Oh,
you're going to fucking taste steel.
Dude, oh, this was the fucking funniest thing in the world. We had, I think it was like a week ago, and they're building the house next to ours, right? Same guy who built our house is building the house next to us. And there's, he has like Brazilian dudes, like Guatemalan dudes in there framing it out all day. So I was gone. I was out and about doing my thing, and my girlfriend calls me. Apparently one of the fucking like Guatemalan dudes, we have like a temporary fence, like blocking it, because they like dug a foundation, so there's like a hole. So we block it with a temporary fence, so our dogs like don't fall down the hole.
You got a border, dude.
We got a border wall, dude.
Yeah, you built a border wall.
So, dude, like these fucking guys came in while I was gone. They came into the backyard and tried to plug into our electric to run their tools to the next house. But it's like, you know,
fuck that.
That's bullshit, because that's like depending on what they're running all day, and they have a fucking generator. They just probably didn't want to go get gas. So fucking Brittany catches them crossing, like moving through the fucking fence and plugging in. She's like, what the fuck are you doing? And they're like, oh, no speak English. And like they're literally classic no speak English. And she knows a little Spanish, so she's like, ven aquí, la, la, la. And they were just like, you speak English? Like, I thought you didn't fucking speak English. But she's like going at these guys. It was just like,
damn, wait, they were lads trying to cross your border?
There were lads who crossed our fucking border who started plugging into the fucking electric to steal our electric. Dude, I was fucking... Just to like go do a thing. And if they had asked, honestly, because they like came in before, like, hey, do you mind if we check out your window to measure? I'm like, dude, do whatever you gotta do. But taking the electric is like, well, how long are you running it for, and what the fuck are you running? It's like, that could be 2 weeks of power tools, which would jack our bill up.
Yeah.
So she was like, I come home, and
she's
like,
sick that those lads just saw that fence and were like, that literally means nothing.
Yeah, dude.
Fences mean nothing, dude.
Well, I guess since they built that house, they're like felt kind of like we built this fucking
Yeah, I mean,
house.
Texas was theirs.
Yeah, exactly.
Same thing.
So they come and she's like, you got to get home. So I was on my way home and I come and I go over to the house and I'm like, who? And like she comes. I was like, were you guys just in my backyard? And she comes out. And she's like, it was him. Was he lied? And he was like, no, it wasn't me. She's like, him.
She ratted up the lad.
She fucking was like, bam, 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 and yeah. So I was like, dude, I'm just like, just stay the fuck out. I'm like, don't come over and just ask. Don't come over and plug into my yards. I have dogs. I don't want to let my dogs out and have them fall in the fucking thing. And, oh yeah, see, blah blah. Blah. So then, like, but the funny part is our builder, the guy who built it, he still has to build a real fence. And he's like, as soon as I'm done the other house, I'm going to build a fence. We're in the kitchen. Brittany's off. She's like, they just got to, like, put up a wall or something. Something like, or she goes, they need to build our fence to block our yard off. And I'm sitting there just like,
Build a wall.
You want to keep them out? Build a wall, baby. You want to keep? She's like, I'm not saying that. I'm like, you want to keep them out of our goddamn backyard?
You better not come in my yard.
So fucking funny, man. I was like, yeah, you want a physical? So you think we need like a physical barrier to keep those Guatemalans from getting into our property? She's like, will you stop it? I'm being serious, all right? Dude, it was so fucking funny.
Oh, man.
That was a blast, dude.
That's awesome.
Between that and my high-speed chase last night,
You've been fucking wilding out, dude.
ripping, dude. I got some guy try to very minorly hit and then run. He tried to like run away after he bumped me with the U-Haul, and I fucking chased his ass down.
You hawked him.
Dude, it was full, like, I was loving every second of it. Flying, he was trying to take all these, he was in a U-Haul, so he couldn't, I'm in the fucking Civ.
You in the Civ, burning.
I'm fucking hitting the thing. I'm like the Italian job, dude. I'm like a tiny little car just ripping through. He tried to hit a left. Dude, when I passed him and hit him with the brakes, like a pull-up brake to stop him, it was tight, dude. And then, so I was just, you hit my car. And he was like, sorry. And I was like, that's okay. I don't think you did any damage. I just wanted to make sure,
What was the guy?
He was just like a real scared older black dude driving a U-Haul. Not even that old. He's probably about 45. He's driving a U-Haul. And, dude, it was like, I think he was fucked up, honestly, because, like, he was, like, in an intersection, and then he started backing up to move. And like 4 cars are honking, like, dude, stop moving your car. And he's like, bonk, and hit my car. And then he tried to take off. And I was like, it's on.
Yeah.
Fucking went and got him.
Was it just you in your car?
No, it was me and one of my coworkers. So it was me.
Oh,
and
wait, there was someone. Who was it?
It was me. It was me and like probably like a 40, 50-year-old black lady who was just like, "You'll get him. Don't let it." Oh, it was the funniest fucking thing to have her like. Well, and I was like, "Sorry, I don't." And the whole time I'm chasing this guy, I was just like, "I got it." She's like, "No, go get him. We'll pull him over, dude." It was so fucking funny.
She was all about it.
That was She was fucking riding shotgun, dude. Dude, it was so when the guy came
you
out.
hawked an old black dude in a U-Haul, and your partner was an old black lady.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
He came out, and I'm like, well, just like stop so I can make sure you didn't fuck my car up. And I had front end damage from before that if I was a lesser man, I could have pinned it on him and fucked this guy. I could have railroaded him with front end damage.
Wow.
But that's not who I am, Shane.
No,
so I just made him. We went over there. We checked it out. I'm like, you know what, man, we're good. And then he like went to shake my hand. His hand was like shaking. He was scared.
Sad.
He was scared.
That's sad.
He might have been,
He might have had some priors.
That man might not have them license, dude. He might have, or, I mean, who the fuck knows? This is where my mind goes. Who the fuck knows was in the U-Haul, bro? The guy could have been a little fucked up. He could have been driving a U-Haul around for someone, bumped someone, and was like, I'm out of here. And then all of a sudden,
he had
bumped the wrong fucking psycho.
Fucking dog the bounty hunter was on him quick.
Exactly, dude.
Bird dog
Which is
him.
funny because it's like I've gotten hit before multiple times by people, and I've gotten out and assessed the damage, and I'm like, whatever, nothing really happened, you're fine. But this was the principle. I'm like, I got to catch this guy. I can't let him like get away from me.
Yeah.
I can't let the guy think he got away from me. I was like, fuck this.
Yeah, you can't let him fucking.
He like activated the inner psycho in me, and I was
He
just like,
fucking punked you, dude.
like
He tried
sick.
to punk you.
Exactly.
You ain't no punk.
I ain't no motherfucking punk.
You ain't no
dude.
jive punk.
I ain't no motherfucking job punk. So I fucking chased his ass, dude. It was sick. It was fun. It was actually a lot of fun.
I bet.
And I was fully like licensed in my head. I
You
was
should
like,
be a cop, dude.
I should, bro. But I would go.
I feel like you should have a gun. Out on the street. You should microdose and be a cop.
I don't think they test for psilocybin.
If I were you, I would take mushrooms and become a Philadelphia police officer.
I would end up carrying like a sword. I would just dress like a knight of Columbus.
Damn, get a horse.
Dude.
Be a horse cop.
Oh my god, dude. I would probably control the population too well. I'd probably become a ruler at that point.
If you got a
If
horse.
I was microdosing on a horse and I had weapons all day and I could ride around the city, there's no way I wouldn't enlist the support of like all the factions of Philadelphia and become the ruler.
It'd be Red Dead Redemption, dude.
Oh, that'd be
You'd
awesome.
be riding around with a horse, just being like, "Howdy,
I
party."
would just apply my fucking Taoist principles and probably become ruler. You know what I'm saying?
I'd vote for
It's
you.
like, why is the sea ruler of 50 streams? Because it lays beneath them. You know what I'm saying? Bam. People would be
Bam.
like, wow, dude, I just got to vote for this guy. And I got fucking political spotlight. I'd get caught up in fucking a money scheme and go to jail, dude. I was reading that guy Sorensen's story. I was like, that's exactly what would happen to me. Someone hit me with some money, and I'd be like, fuck yeah, let's do this, and instantly get arrested. And like,
So this episode will come out after the elections. Probably, right?
Yeah.
The elections are tonight.
What you got to do for the rest of what's your plan for next week?
Nothing.
I'm saying like next Monday, Tuesday, Sunday.
We might be able to figure something out, but
Do you want me to keep this in the chamber? Is what I'm saying. I think so. I think we should keep it at least for a couple days. I just don't want to overwhelm
a day
them.
or two.
Although it's nice, a fucking
I know,
election
drop
day
two.
update is
I like
pretty
dropping
tight.
two.
So do I. I like having an erratic schedule.
If you have time today to,
drop it,
pre-election.
I could drop it. Take me 10 minutes.
Yeah, fuck it. I'd say drop it. Who cares?
Give
Give the boys a
We should give them
double
some
dose.
10, dude. Yeah, we should give them a double dose.
I was just gonna say, what's your predictions, dude? Do you think there's?
I don't even know who's running, Shane. Who the fuck is running?
Who knows?
Hit
dude?
me with the people.
I just know it's the most important
You
election.
don't. You want to see which? You don't want to for me to tell which way it's going to swing.
Yeah, I swear to God, I think it's gonna go Republican again,
I think so.
and it's gonna be hilarious. It's gonna be. It's not
classic-
great.
Well,
Either
right.
way, it's not good.
No, but they're definitely doing the same thing happened last time, where the media's
That's
like,
what's gonna be funny.
it's definitely Democrat.
This is a blue wave. This is
everyone's
a landslide.
Yeah, everyone's doing that. So I don't know, man.
Again, it's like, really? Have you left the city?
It'll be interesting to see. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see the results. I was like, if you caught me a month ago, I was like, oh, everyone's voting Republican. But now, like,
Oh, really? Because a month ago is when they were like, it's a blue wave.
But
this is going to be a landslide.
it was just the stuff I was watching was like showing me that, like, oh, dude, conservatism is like sweeping the country. They're like, they would show graphs of states and be like, look at these states turning red. And I was like, all right, I guess these guys are winning. But the last 2 weeks, all I saw is stuff being like, fucking blue waves coming. These guys have no idea. They're going to lose. But there are people predicting that the Democrats are going to win the House. So I can only go off what the fellows that I fucking watch their Twitter have to say.
Yeah, this whole thing.
I really don't
Sucks.
care. I really don't give a
This whole
fuck who
thing
wins.
fucking sucks.
My thing is like, I like all political stances, dude.
Hell yeah.
I'm like, if people are like guns rule, I'm like, guns kind of rule, and they're like, we should let people in the country. I'm like, yeah, we really should. And they're like, abortion's fucked up. I'm like, yeah, it's kind of fucked up. Yeah, we should let people do it though. I don't fucking know. I'm like, yeah, sure, fine, do whatever you guys had to do.
Yeah, and I think that's pretty much everybody's mentality.
Yeah.
And then they just latch onto one. And they're like, this is my team.
Yeah, it's weird, man. Especially because like the immigration thing, especially, it's like, yeah, let people in. I don't care. And then like, well, how are we gonna pay for all this? I'm like, I don't know. Good point. What else you guys got to ask me? I don't fucking know.
Dude, you should do a press conference. Just be like, all right, next question. Like, what's your stance on illegal immigration? Let them in. Fuck it. How do we pay for it? I don't know. That's a good one. Next.
I don't know. I think we got a lot of money though. Should be okay. What should we do about Muslim integration in society? Be like, I don't know. Yeah, they should like, take on Western principles. What about the religion? Keep the religion. That's cool. Whatever. Next question. Thank you. That's honestly how I stand politically. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know
fucking
either.
know.
I don't know a fucking thing.
I'm just trying to get myself to wake up every day, try to be somewhat productive. That's my new thing. I have 3 things. If I do 2 of them a day, success. You know what
Hell
I'm saying?
yeah.
If I can wake up, dude, I've been shooting hoops lately. If I can wake up, hit the park, shoot a couple hoops, do my meditation, do a little writing.
Shooting hoops.
Shooting hoops, dude.
Shooting hoops.
Every time I try to shoot hoops, it's like, all right, I'm going to shoot around a little bit. It's, dude, literally just like 5 or 6 little kids, like 12-year-old kids, 11-year-old kids come up. Like, can we play with you? And I'm just like, all right. I like playing basketball with little kids, but I'm like 32 and I'm like playing b-ball with like 12-year-olds.
Yeah, you still say hoops and b-ball.
Yeah, exactly. But it's also like, where's your parents? Your parents think I'm being a pederast right now?
Definitely.
Because the one
Old white dude in the park, most likely dressed like a pedophile.
True that, dude.
Almost definitely dressed like a pedophile.
It was funny too because one kid was like 14, was pretty good, so I was like seriously playing against him and like fucking laying up and talking shit and be like, "What's up, dude?" They started making fun of me for my white accent. The one kid was like, because I was like the one kid on my team.
Yeah, he probably made a shot and you're like, great hoops.
No.
Wow, nice hoops.
Well, it was me and him, and I just picked like some other kid. And like anytime the kid on my team would miss a shot, he'd be like, "Man, fuck you, and try to like push and fight the older kid. And I'd be like, "Come on, man, fucking."
Fundamentals.
I'd be like, dude, let's fucking. I was just laughing. I'm like, come on, man, nice shot, dude. And the guy was like, yeah, man, nice shot. And I was just laughing. I was like, all right, dude. And I just started shacking him down the paint. I'm like, what are you doing, bro? What are you doing?
You want to talk shit on my fucking voice, dude?
Yeah,
I'm gonna hit you with the elbow.
Check this out, air ball. I'm like, all right, next time. But yeah, I was playing against like. And then the one kid got yelled at by his mom because he wasn't wearing a jacket. This was like who I was hanging out with. Like the mom was like, "Get the fuck over!" Blah, blah, blah. And I was just sitting there like, "Oh man!"
Like, you better fucking listen to your mom.
And the kid just literally walked halfway and like stood there and was like, and like everyone started laughing at him like, Then he'd be like, and then like take a couple more steps like, "Mom," and he like wouldn't go. Dude, it was so fucking funny.
Yeah, he knew he was getting slapped.
She was about to beat the fuck out of him, dude.
Yeah.
She was about to get him over and be like, "Get the fuck over here! You need to study for the MCATs. Get over here." She fucking Hassan Minaj'd him. She's like, "Do you need you to be a dentist?"
Hassan had a joke. He has an episode about affirmative action.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the jokes is he brings up a picture of the 1950 NBA champions. And he was like, this affirmative action started in 1961. He's like, obviously we needed it. Look, these are the best basketball players in the world. And it was all white dudes. And in my head, I was just like, dude, those white dudes would fucking rock the best Indians in the world, dude. Watch your mouth.
Oh my god, dude, that'd be such a good game.
Whites versus Indians in basketball?
Yeah, dude.
Oh my god.
And this black dude sit at the throne like Shao Kahn, like excellent.
Yeah.
That would
great.
be God damn it, that would be so funny.
Indian dudes might be the least athletic. Indians and Arabs might be the least athletic people on earth.
That's fair.
I stand by that.
Well, I mean, yeah, if you take the sport of cricket, they like took the bat and flattened it into a paddle. Like, I think we can hit this thing now, dude.
And they would still.
Doesn't cricket like they underhand bounce a bouncy ball off the ground? You smack a canoe paddle and like
it's like British baseball. And
yeah,
then you run.
sucks.
I have no idea how it works. Games take 5 days.
Yeah, it sucks.
No one knows what's going on.
That blows. But he was saying like, yeah, that is a funny point.
I mean, it's a funny joke to be
It
like,
is funny.
obviously we need affirmative action. This is the 1950 champions.
yeah.
It was all white dudes, but I was watching it just like, bro, those white dudes would handle you. 1950s white dudes would fucking bully you, Hassan.
You're saying on the court?
Yeah, and in real life, dude, those guys were fucking beasts.
Yeah, that's true. They were fucking good.
They played for the Lakers. I mean, it was 1950, and it was again.
I
all
wonder
white
how
dudes.
I'd stack up against one of those dudes.
They would destroy you.
You think so?
Yes.
1950s basketball. I think a 1950s NBA white dude would get
destroy you.
destroyed by a high school basketball team now. Or now that's a size differential. A college team would wipe them out.
Yeah, of course.
Wipe them out.
Of course. A college team would murder them.
Would smash them.
Yes.
I wonder how they do again. Here's the test. Them
Against
versus
a good high school team,
yeah,
like
a national,
like a Oak Hill. There's like academies in the
Exactly, yeah.
They would get murdered.
how about versus like the WNBA team, best WNBA team today?
They would smoke the WNBA.
They would.
Yeah, versus the Lynx, they would
Yeah, that's
fucking
true.
smash them.
I gotta get it more into WNBA, man. I don't watch it.
It's
enough.
a hell of a sport, dude.
It is.
It's really good. My dad coaches fucking girls basketball, and I make fun of him constantly. I'm like, girls basketball sucks. He's like, well, you know what, Shane? They listen to coaches. That's what I like. I'm like, why can't you coach guys? Just coach guys, you fucking weirdo.
What did he say?
He's like, well, I'd end up hitting them. He's like, I'd fight them.
Tell him to be careful, dude. He might get caught up, dude.
Probably.
If he made it this far, he probably won't.
True. But now when you start to get in the geezer years, that's when you start to really just let loose and be like, that girl's hot. Fuck it.
Yeah, I mean, he
That's a
might
hot
be
kid.
grandfathered into fucking like get out there butt slaps the girls basketball. I don't think you can't do it. No butt slaps.
Fuck no.
Okay.
If a volunteer high school coach patted a girl on the butt, oh my God.
I told you about the basketball
The
coach.
game would stop.
Oh, dude, the ref
If
would tee him
somebody
up.
saw it, the whole crowd would be like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
The ref would be like, timeout, high five.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's I had a guy come in recently I was talking to who just started like teaching in high school again. And he was like, he started talking about, he's like, yeah, I don't know, man. I'm like, how's the gig? He's like, it's not bad. He was just like, I'm just trying not to stare at butts all day. And I was like, say what? And he was like, bro,
I mean, he's being honest.
He's being honest, and I can appreciate it. But he like, I was like, yeah, it must be weird. He's like, no, dude, you don't understand. I'm like,
Nah.
all right, this is where we need to fucking shift gears on this. Like,
Yeah.
I get it. We can't talk about this. He's
For
like,
real.
He's like, I don't know who's a teacher and who's a student. That's the thing. He's like, some of these girls. I'm like, dude, okay. Like, you should probably tap out of teaching. Go back to whatever the fuck you're doing.
Yo, I know you've been dying to tell someone this, and I look like the type of guy that would keep this secret.
I look like the oracle of this information, but I'm like, bro, that's something at least the guy is being honest to be like, they're so hot. But if you're like fucking all day long, like biting on a finger, like, God damn, it's like, all right, bro, go find another fucking job.
Yeah, you can't work there.
No.
I couldn't.
I specifically, my mom has this in my head that she wants me to be a teacher. And I'm like, I couldn't be in high school, man. Like I'd go teach in like a prison or something. But I'd like,
you could fuck those guys.
I'd fuck them. But I don't, I just can't, I wouldn't be able to be around 17-year-old girls. Like even on like a level of like.
Oh, you mean the hottest girls on the planet?
17, 18-year-old girls. I would just bowing out of that, dude. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like, nope, don't try. Like, dude. When I remember I talked about that Lyft driver I had who was super hot.
Yeah,
and
I wanted to suck on her fingers.
I wanted to suck her fingers, dude. That's all I could think about when she was like moving her hands. But like, I made an explicit effort while we were driving to be like, I'm not going to steer the conversation at all towards like whatever that is that people do, like dudes do to talk to girls that, like that's geared towards fucking them. I made it, and it was an effort the whole time. And then still, I think I said it when she dropped me off. There was a house next to mine. It was a boarded up house next to another house, and then my house, which, it looked nice, but she went a little too far, and the whole time I'd done so good, and I was like, oh, no, I'm right, that's my house right there. And I was
Mine's
like,
the nice one.
I just couldn't let this chick believe I lived next to a boarded up house. And you put me in, and that's just like, there's a shit going beneath the surface all day, and you're like, these girls come to you with problems, and you're like trying to be respectful, and you don't even think on a subconscious level you might be getting a little weird. I had a guy.
Yeah, you definitely get weird.
I had a dude tell me this, dude. It was a guy who does like guidance counseling. He was just like, I just wasn't treating girls the same as I would treat the guys. Like the girls would come in with the same disciplinary shit. And I'm like, you're all right. Da, da, da. And he's like, he was honest. This was a different guy. He was like, maybe I'm attracted to them. And dude, the people in the seminar thing were like, yo, bro. And I was sitting there just like, bro, chill, bro, chill.
Shut up. But yeah, for sure, dude.
Shut up, bro. You're getting me hard, dude. You're fucking gay. You're getting me hard, dude.
Gay for getting me hard, dude. Yo, and they also get sucked into being like, oh, she's so cool. Like they get sucked into like the hierarchy of like
the popular girl.
Yeah, of like, oh, Stacy's so fucking cool, dude. Oh, I'd love for her to talk to me.
It's so funny thinking about like a 45-year-old guidance counselor watching girls walk through the hall, like there she goes.
And then like the quarterback comes through and he's like, Brad's so fucking cool. Dude,
he just finds himself naked in the shower with the football team. Like, how did I get here, dude? What's up, guys? How you doing?
Dude, that
good lift.
I can't even imagine.
Look, man, like I said, I'm tapping. Maybe when I'm 60, I could do something like that.
Yeah.
My T's still too high, dude.
Also,
that's what the thing of low T.
People will listen to this and be like, I can't even imagine being a guy that would look down upon someone being like, dude, high school chicks are hot as fuck. Like, there's no way I could work there.
Oh, no, exactly. If you're like, it's fucked up, it's like, do you, low T? Go ahead, It's like, bro, if I had your little balls, I could go do it too, but mine are fucking working double time, dude. I can't help the fact that what's hot is hot to me. I have so much T. I'd see some of those teenage boys and be like, I'll fuck them, dude.
There's hot boys running around.
I have the balls of like a Roman senator, dude. I was like,
bring him to me. Charles, I'd like to see you after class.
Place cock in ass.
Dude, how
many...
see
Spartacus? No. This guy's like fucking his body slave, and he has male body slaves, and he's trying to fuck this lady, and he's like, Bolsinovis, place cock in ass. And this guy says, like, slaves, like, Jesus Christ, comes fucking him in the ass. He's like, oh.
Dude, imagine, that's, can't even.
Go back to the times when your porn was the people you owned. You're like, I wonder what happened in the porn world today. And like, oh yeah, I'm the executive producer and star of this show. And you're like, let's go, baby. We're doing this and that. It's fucking wild, dude.
Imagine how many of those teachers jerk off to after school porn. You know what I mean? Like,
oh my God.
If I was a teacher, I would be jerking off to teacher porn all day.
Dude, my thing is that, so you have these Roman senators who are getting like, place cock in ass. And then we've just evolved from them. So you don't think we got a little fucking... To think that we're like, nah, dude, we got the cork more firmly in the bottle, but dude, deep down on some level, when the fucking pretty girl raises her hand, you're like, yes, Lindsay, yes, okay.
Yes, Lindsay. Karen, shut up. Karen, you're always talking. Shut up. I hate you. You're so fat and ugly. Stacy, go. Oh, good Lord. I went to Catholic school, too. Those fucking...
Oh, my
those
God,
uniforms, dude. I would
so
die.
hot.
I would die.
Oh.
And then, all right, so here's another fucking horrendous thought. This is all, at least we'll definitely never have a teaching career after this.
Sure.
For sure, I'll never be a teacher after this episode. But, so you're a 25-year-old high school teacher.
Yeah.
You see some hot. You can tell a freshman's going to be hot someday.
For sure.
She's bordering.
For sure.
Sophomore year, she's getting a little hotter. She comes back junior, senior year, full fucking
my
tits.
God, dude.
Think of that summer tit progression. Where like the last time you saw her, then the next time you see her, she's got giant tits. You're like, hey, you developed.
Oh my God. I mean, as a dude, you're going to be nervous around fat titties no matter where they are, who has them. So like all of a sudden you're like, help me out in hours after the lab. And all of a sudden she has fat titties the next year. And you're like, we can't be alone together anymore. I just need you to understand
Legally,
this.
we can't close this door.
Yeah, like open all the windows, open the door, full tripod. And it was like, yeah,
those
man.
guys are saints now that I think about it.
God bless them, dude. Or are they fucking dudes figured to be living above Waffle House, dude? Are they saints? Or are they just like, I don't know. Something always called me to be a teacher and I work with like teens and stuff. I don't know what it is. It's like, I'm not saying.
I mean, yeah, dude, everybody has that vocation.
Yeah, dude.
I'm called to that now, dude. I wish I was working with teens.
I mean, dude, you just gotta be careful not to find yourself on fucking perv air, dude. You're chained next to Louie.
Chained next to Louie.
That's the Con Air is just fucking all high school teachers, Louie, Cosby.
Yeah, Louie's like,
Fogel.
we gotta get out of here. It's amazing.
I'm in a seat and I'm just flying through the sky.
It's amazing.
Goddamn.
You gotta go, don't you?
Yeah.
All right.
We ripped her.
All right, dog.
We tore her open and ripped her.
We fucking ripped open this teen.
We got down. We made it through the election and got to the important shit.
Dude, we got through all the political dumb bullshit. We got to how hot high school kids are.
I mean,
dude, imagine being a science teacher in a lab. Big-titted fucking kid comes in and be like, can you... The whole time I'd be staring at that fucking... Those buttons. Just be like, I would rip those apart.
You know when a girl's wearing a dress and like she moves a certain way and you see the shape of her ass against the dress and you're like, oh, she's got some ass in there. The girl's fucking beaker spills out of control and she grips a beaker, two-hand grips it. You pop behind her, you're like, Stacy, back away. Wait, actually, hold on. Move.
Oh. Dude, that's why those fucking
nuns... Or they're
nuns...
teasing you and they're like sending you like... Dude.
They definitely would tease you.
Yes.
They know.
Yeah, dude.
And you're the fucking authority figure. Those fucking teens would love to fuck you.
Yeah, or like you're the hot, cool, young. You're like Mr. Hunter dude in there, and you're like another cool thing about books, and they're like, oh my god, he's so smart. Then some kid comes at you, come after class, and you're like, I let Billy Sumter hump me behind my house, and you're like, oh, okay, what up? Yeah. I mean, how long did he last? I'm just saying, a lot of kids pop quick.
All these kids pop pretty quick.
It'd be interesting because a lot of the lovers you have right now aren't really technically the best, but an older man.
Once you mature. Oh my god. Dude.
Or they're like, Billy broke up with me behind the reason. You're like, you don't know how beautiful you are. You need a man. One day you'll have a man that'll cherish you for the beautiful woman that you are.
I'm also going through a divorce right now.
It's funny, my wife don't want to have sex with me either. They kind of relate.
I shouldn't be telling you this, but...
I shouldn't be in the guidance council room right now.
I trust you. You and me have something special, Stacy.
You can text me anytime you want.
Oh my god.
How does this outfit look? And you're just like...
Yeah.
You can't... Again, it goes back to that's my whole thing with politics, and this is what I was trying to explain to my mom. I'm not into the veneer of politics and like how people put themselves off to be. I'm into the animal instincts that drive people against it. They don't even want to acknowledge. I'm into that stuff. So I don't care about voting, dude.
Yeah.
I'd like to watch people and look around and see what's really going on.
I did teach at a kid's school though.
Did
and
you?
had zero issue at all. Like so much so that one of the kids when I was leaving Spain gave me her email address and was like, we can FaceTime. It was like a third or fourth grader.
That's totally different.
And I was
bro.
like, yeah, of course. Like,
Totally
I
different.
didn't even think about it. And another teacher came up to me and was like, yo, what the fuck are you doing, dude? Don't take someone's fucking info like that, you weirdo.
That's not that third. That's the thing. That's not your Jones, dude.
Oh, of course. I
If
can't.
a
I can't
17-year-old
even
was FaceTiming
fathom.
me, dude, like being like, "Hey, how you doing?" I'd be like,
I'm just alone right now.
I'm nothing. I just pop up from doing push-ups. I know she's about to call. I'm like, "Oh, nothing much. Just fucking, what's going on? How's college going? I heard you're a senior this year. How's the transition from freshman year of college?"
Oh,
Yeah, man. That'd be
Wow.
another thing too. Running into your ex-students. 19. Stacy doesn't go to college. She buzzes around town. Dates a fucking pill
she
dealer.
works at the Waffle House. That's
Dates-
why that guy's living upstairs.
Yeah, that was-
that was Stacy's lab teacher. He's upstairs watching her.
I
every day.
always loved you, Stacy, ever since the 5th grade. You got a spot for me.
Oh my god, dude! I never even thought about like a teacher watching a girl develop from freshman to senior year. That's so disgusting.
That's so gross, dude.
Oh my god.
Especially like the health teacher who like has to think about like sex and physiognomy, and he's just like, and then he's telling freshmen. He eventually sees them get hot, and he's like, "Can we talk about sex again? Can I give you guys a talk?"
Dude,
Imagine the guy talking to kids about sex.
we had a girl. We had a lady.
We had a lady too.
And we know how that went.
Yep. Oh,
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
She was texting people. Yeah, I shouldn't have said that. She was,
Hey,
but
air her out, dude. She's a
nah,
predator.
fuck that. Nah,
She's a
she's a good girl.
She's that's a fine line when the sexes flip. Is it predator or dreamweaver?
Dreamweaver.
Dreamweaver.
That's why nuns went around Catholic school and were fucking measuring skirt lengths. You know what I mean? They're like, pull your fucking skirt down.
You have no idea.
You have no idea what you're doing to these guys.
That's
You
true.
have no idea. Everyone's like, these teachers are trying to control us. It's like, nah, dude, they're trying to save you from a almost guaranteed rape. Don't fucking lift that skirt up. That's like, dude, in public schools where girls can dress however they want,
Yeah.
whew,
Oh, dude, it's
and
crazy.
you can't be like, don't wear that. Because
There's
it's like,
like-
what, do you have a problem with it, you weirdo?
Well, there are like immodesty rules, but now with like the more widely accepted things of feminism, now
Yeah,
a
it's
girl,
like
girl
girls
can
don't
be
have
like,
to wear
stop slut
bras.
shaming. Yeah, exactly.
Imagine working in a high school and girls don't wear bras.
Letter of resignation, dude. It's for day one.
Day one.
I'd be like, Prince.
Handing my gun and my badge right away.
Prince Paul, dude. I can't talk about rocks and shit anymore to these hot ass
Yeah,
kids.
I can't try to explain volcanoes to these incredibly hot kids, dude.
With
I am
titties.
out.
If I see titty, my eyes can catch that from like 50 feet away. If I see like titties popping out of a t-shirt, I'm like, I can't do that. I was laughing the other day about how like, even with like young kid pop stars and like that's a form of like ritual sacrifice. We take a hot young girl and just give all her the attention to her and just watch them slowly lose their minds.
Yeah, it's awesome.
And we're like, next, Ariana Grande, get on, you're on. And we're just
Next,
like,
thank you.
she's so fucking hot. Oh, she broke up. Oh, her boyfriend died. She's done. Who's next? It's fucking sick, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if this is a good episode for us to release.
This is great.
It is hilarious,
This
dude.
is great.
It is hilarious. And like I was watching, I told you when I watched Sicario 2, there's like a hot kid in it.
Really?
There's like a girl that gets kidnapped. She's like a cartel leader's daughter.
And she's super hot.
She's like fucking like 16 or 15 when they filmed it.
Goddamn.
Dude, it's insane.
Yeah. That's fucking wild. I'm telling you, man. It's like
There's hot kids among us, dude, and you got to fight to
Think
get
about-
off that plane, dude. You can't get on that plane.
Britney, Christina Aguilera, all those guys. Think about that gatekeeper process they went through of dudes being like, I'll back that. Some girls like, dim, dim, dim. You're like, yeah, I'll back that. That sounds good. And it's pretty sick.
Yeah.
Same with fucking little boy bands, dude. You don't think they paid the fucking piper? Someone
Hey,
passing
they
through?
paid that toll, dude.
Yeah, dude.
There's some bridge trolls, dude. They had to fucking cross those bridges. There's some hot boy bands, too.
Yeah, man.
If you're into boys, that's a hot bunch of boys.
Yeah. Think about managing one of those. But I'm going to dress you up like this. You're going to wear this. You're going to wear that. I'll pay you $50 and let me blow you.
All right.
Let's do it.
Yeah, you want to wrap this
Let's
one up?
get out of here, dude.
Yeah, this is...
Let's get out of this wormhole.
Eventually, the only way this goes is one of us says something too far. So, yeah. God bless. If this comes out, it doesn't matter when we should release it soon. We should pop,
fuck
dude.
it.
We should pop
It's
prematurely.
like we like to hold it, but
Can't hold it in.
we're artists, bro. We got to give the people what they want the day of. You know what I'm saying? We got to give this in the moment.
Yeah.
We can't hold it too long. 'Cause
You'll
then
get
if this was, especially the fact that we're talking about it being election day, it'll
Yeah.
be super weird to hold it. I'll rip it, dude. People will be happy.
November 15th. If you live in fucking Syracuse, come to that show. I have a show November 15th in Syracuse.
Fuck yeah.
That's it.
Let's do it.
All right. God bless. Don't forget to vote.
It's very important.
Please vote.
Put a sticker online so people know you did. It
Me and
doesn't
Matt-
matter if you vote. Just find a sticker.
Me and Matt both voted today already.
Yeah, we did. Definitely, dude.
Both wearing stickers right now.
I went into one of those picture things at a bowling. You can vote in those things. It's picture things at a bowling alley. You just hold up your candidate and like a peace sign, like.
Yeah, and then all you have to do is post that on Facebook.
Exactly. I voted. So get out there and do that.
Yeah.
Or don't.
Whoever sells those stickers must be
Oh my God,
business
killing
is
it, dude.
booming, dude. That might be the cabal that's behind everything.
El votado hoy. Yeah, well, like I said, a lot of it doesn't even matter who gets elected. It's just that there's so much money in campaigning. That Sorensen article was talking about that. How it's like doesn't even matter if you can just get people stoked on you. You can get paid money from the people who need a canvas. That saves you so much time. If you're like doing a national thing, you just look for the local dogs. And you're like, who do people give a fuck about here? And you're like, yo, tell these retards that I'm the best, and I'll give you 25.
I'll give you a Honda Accord.
Exactly. And they're
I'll
just
give you
like,
the price for a fucking leased Civic.
Yeah. They're like, deal's done, leaving the briefcase. Yeah, so get out there and support that whole endeavor.
Yeah, be a part of that process.
Or again, maybe I'm wrong. If you can explain to me why I'm wrong, I'm all ears.
Praise the Lord, I was born to drive boat. Feeling like Slash in front of the chapel. I'm lean back with the less pull. Shit I smoke is like cholesterol. Spill dressing on the vest at the festival, the best of all. Had a midget Puerto Rican at my beck and call. Best believe that there was naked